Ryan was known as the smartest boy in his small town. Teachers admired him, classmates asked for his help, and his parents believed he was destined for something great. Ever since he was a child, Ryan carried a dream in his heart. He wanted to become a doctor and help people who could not afford treatment. Everyone believed he had the intelligence to achieve that dream. But Ryan had a problem that nobody could see clearly at first. His mind was never still. Every time he opened his books to study, his attention slipped away like sand through his fingers. His phone buzzed with notifications. A quick look at social media turned into an hour. A short break on YouTube became a long distraction. Sometimes he didn't even need his phone. His mind itself wandered into endless daydreams. He often told himself the same sentence again and again. There's still plenty of time. I'll study later. But later always disappeared. Days passed. Weeks passed. And slowly the gap between his dream and his actions became wider. His parents tried to warn him. His teachers reminded him how important focus and discipline were. But Ryan believed something different. He believed that being smart was enough. Then, the scholarship exam results arrived. Ryan had secretly hoped he would win the scholarship. It would bring him one step closer to becoming a doctor. When he walked to the notice board to check the results, his heart was beating fast. He scanned the list once. Then again, his name wasn't there. At first he thought there must be some mistake. But the truth slowly settled in his chest like a heavy stone. He had failed. Around him, his friends were celebrating. Some of them had worked quietly for months, studying every day with discipline. Now they were the ones smiling with pride. Ryan walked home silently that day. When he reached his room, he sat alone and stared at his books. For the first time, he felt something deeper than disappointment. He felt ashamed, not because he lacked intelligence, but because he knew he had wasted his time. Late that evening, while walking through the school grounds, he saw Coach Miller standing near the playground. Coach Miller was a physical education teacher, but students often said he taught lessons about life more than sports. Ryan walked toward him slowly. "Coach," he said quietly, "I can't control my mind. Every time I try to study, my focus disappears. What should I do?" Coach Miller looked at him carefully and smiled. "Come with me," he said. They walked to the field. The coach picked up a small toy bow and arrow from the sports room and placed a target board at a distance. "Try to hit the center," he said. Ryan aimed and released the arrow. It missed. Coach Miller asked calmly, "What were you looking at when you shot?" Ryan shrugged. "The trees, the field, the target, everything." Coach Miller nodded. "That's exactly your problem," he said. Ryan looked confused. "A focused athlete doesn't see the whole world," the coach continued. "He only sees the target." Ryan stood quietly as the words sank in. "Your mind," the coach said gently, "is chasing everything at once. Your phone, your thoughts, your distractions. But your goal deserves your full attention." Ryan lowered his head. "So what should I do?" Coach Miller gave him 4 simple instructions. Control your thoughts when they wander. Create a daily routine. Keep distractions away while studying. And practice discipline every single day. Ryan went home that night and made a decision. He turned off his phone during study hours. He followed a strict schedule. Whenever his mind tried to escape, he reminded himself of his dream. The beginning was painful. His mind fought back. Minutes felt like hours. But slowly, something began to change. His concentration grew stronger. His mind became calmer. Studying became easier. Months later, another exam arrived. This time Ryan walked into the classroom with quiet confidence. When the results were announced, his name stood at the very top. He had come first. As he stood on stage receiving his scholarship, Ryan remembered the lesson that changed everything. The mind is like a wild horse. If you let it run freely, it will take you anywhere except your destination. But if you train it with discipline, it will carry you exactly where you want to go.